This is Leviticus 14, verse 32 through 57. I had to break this chapter into 2 videos. Here we go with verse 32. These are the instructions to be followed for everyone who has a serious skin disease and cannot afford regular offerings for his cleansing. God spoke to Moses, "When you entered the land of Canaan, which I'm giving to you as a possession, and I put a serious fungus in your house, in the land of your possession, the household is to go tell the priest, I have some kind of fungus in my house. The priest is to order the house vacant until he can come examine the fungus, so that nothing in the house is declared unclean. When the priest comes to examine the house, if the fungus on the walls of the house has a greenish or rustic swelling that appears to go deeper than the surface of the wall, the priest is to walk out the door and shut the house for 7 days. On the 7th day, he is to come back and conduct another examination. If the fungus has spread in the walls of the house, he is to order that the stones affected by the fungus to be torn out and thrown in the garbage dump outside the city. He is to make sure the entire inside of the house is scraped, and the plaster that is removed is taken away to the garbage dump outside the city. Then he is to replace the stones and replaster the house. 43, 47. If the fungus breaks out again in the house after the stones have been torn out and the house has been scraped and plastered, the priest is to come and conduct an examination. If the fungus has spread and it is a malignant fungus, the house is unclean. The house is to be demolished. Its stones, wood, and plaster are to be removed to the garbage dump outside the city. Anyone who enters the house while it is closed up is unclean until evening. Anyone who sleeps or eats in the house must wash his clothes. But if the priest comes back and conducts his examination and he finds the fungus has not spread after the house has been replastered, the priest is to declare the house clean. The fungus is cured. He then is to purify the house by taking 2 birds, some cedar wood, scarlet thread, and hyssop. He will slaughter 1 bird over fresh water in a date pot. Then he will take the cedar wood, the hyssop, the scarlet thread, and the living bird, dip them in blood of the killed bird and the fresh water, and sprinkle the house 7 times, cleaning the house with the blood of the bird and the fresh water, the living bird, the cedar wood, the hyssop, and the scarlet thread. Last of all, he will let the living bird loose outside the city in an open field. He has made atonement for the house. The house is clean. 54 through 57. These are the instructions to be followed for every kind of serious skin disease or itch, for every mite down or fungus on clothing or in a house, and for a swelling or blister or shiny spot, in order to determine when it is unclean, when it is clean. These are the procedures regarding infectious skin diseases and mite and fungus. Thank you for listening to this chapter, and God bless.